very funny. Oh, one of my good friends. He runs a fantastic podcast called This Week in Despair. You should check it out. It's very hilarious. Please put your hands together for Mr. Peter John Byrnes.
More than this past 4th of July. Because understand that they negotiated the wording of the Declaration of the Independence in a room in Philadelphia in this kind of heat, wearing wool suits. If it had been up to me, George III would have just got a woodcut of my balls, and that would have been it. I don't know how you people spent your time. I myself had a little historical project. I was putting plague rats in the water supply at the Renaissance Fair. Because they half-ass it, is what I'm saying. I mean, look, if you're going to go all the way. And understand, like, I don't like those people. The Renaissance Fair people, that's just Dungeons and Dragons for the outdoorsy set. Woo! Monty Python jokes, yeah, they're funny when they say them, not you. So, yeah, no, and the biggest bullshit thing in a Renaissance Fair is the first aid tent. If that's not filled with leeches and bloodletting equipment, I'm calling bullshit. And it smells too nice. You have to understand that we live in the nicest smelling world that has ever existed. If you took a time machine back to any other era, you would drop to one knee from the reek. Which is why civilization is entirely based on olfactory fatigue. We know what this phenomenon is, right? I mean, olfactory fatigue is when something is horrible, and then you go, oh, that's all right. It's the same principle that allowed Who's the Boss to be on the air for 11 seasons. And it's true, if you think of any other era, for instance, the Romans used to keep, I'm not making this up, sometimes historical facts can be found in a Roman life, they kept jars of urine on every front stoop. It's how they dyed their clothing. And so they had a communal bucket of urine in the hot Roman sun for every house. Also, when they went to the bathroom, one rag, they washed it in between. They're not monsters. But still, keep that in mind next time you're tugging one out to an episode of Spartacus, Blood and Sand. Okay? If you look at any other era, for instance, even in the modern era, you go look at a movie like Casablanca or The Maltese Falcon, where everyone's chain smoking. Everyone smells awful, but no one knows it. That's the strangest thing about it, really, is that everyone must have reeked. Bogey's breath was horrible, but because it was horrible for everyone all the time, no one noticed. And the weirdest thing about watching any of these movies, even our superheroes, have horrible smells. The Lone Ranger, his mask, if you know the story, he cut from the bloated corpse of his brother and swore to wear that mask until justice was brought to the Old West. That didn't smell very good, is what I'm saying. And he slept outside. Made it even worse. And the worst offender of all is Batman. Look, that suit doesn't have a lot of ventilation. And beating people up is sweaty work. And by the way, if you're asking like, well, is that the Michael Keaton outfit or the Jason Bale outfit? You've wasted your life. But that suit has only one hole, which means that coming out of the face mask of Batman is a jet stream of taint mist constantly. He can never sneak up on anyone in real life, is what I'm saying. Thank you very much. I'm Peter Byrnes.
Hey, one more time for Peter John Taint Mist Byrnes, everybody.